Hello, welcome to today's class. I'm planning on using a foam roller. I'm always a fan of blocks. I don't have any today, but I always like them. And I thought today we could focus on expectations. I was reading this article to Sage about happiness, and it had this really basic line that said, expectations are the source of misery. And I was just like, ooh, feel that one. And we have expectations in so many aspects of life, but one way we can practice it, like all things, is in our yoga practice. And it can be just the way we show up in a pose. Like maybe you expect to not fall over when you balance, and you do, and then there's this internal beating up or whatever it is. So this practice of letting go of expectations and trying to accept wherever you are, whatever happens, with some gratitude and curiosity. I feel like curiosity is like the antidote to criticizing. So with that, let's take a seated posture. Let your eyes close and soften. Let your awareness be drawn in and notice how you're feeling today. I feel like when I judge my internal experience, it's because I'm expecting or I'm hoping to be feeling different than I am. So it's like if we had a bucket of rocks of our expectations that were just like lugging around with us, we could just put those down. And begin to deepen your inhales. Imagining that you're bringing in acceptance of whatever your practice is going to look like today. Whatever your day is going to look like today. This might be a hard one. Whatever the election results might be today. And then with that acceptance and gratitude, instead of like, well, things suck and I accept that. Now let your eyes blink open. We're going to start with some cat-cows and sukhasana. So taking your hands to your shins or your knees, a little tone in your core. So we're not just bending in our most bendable places. As you inhale, pull your chest forward. Chin stays drawn in. And as you exhale, arms straighten, lean back, pull your belly button towards your spine. Doing this with your own breath at your own time. I often like to add a little side to side sway when I'm in my back bend and when I'm in my round to access some areas of stretch that I would miss if I didn't. And then turn those into spinal circles. Going slow and feeling into your tight places. Be noticing if there's any places where you feel twinges of pain. If so, finding a different route around that area. Then taking the circle in the opposite direction. Come back through center. Switch the cross of your legs. I call this way the weird way. Sit up nice and tall. And then we're going to rotate the head. So dropping the chin towards the chest. Move the chin towards the left shoulder. And then rotate left ear to left shoulder. Tip the head back while still pulling the chin slightly down towards the sternum. And then right ear to the shoulder. And then pivot the head, chin towards the right shoulder. And then chin towards the chest. We'll go in the other direction. Chin towards the right shoulder. Maybe think about pulling the left shoulder back a little bit. Right ear towards right shoulder. Chin keeps pulling down as the head tips back. Left ear, left shoulder. Right shoulder pulls back. Chin over the left shoulder. And then chin towards the chest. Take the head up. Take your hands behind the neck. We want a long neck. Stick your head out forward. If you're a turtle, pushing your head forward. This is called a flat neck, where you have from C7 to your head is kind of flat. And interestingly, they're finding that people are getting these fat lumps as a way that the body tries to protect the spinal cord. So as the head's pulled forward, there, like fat can get pulled up into this area. So this is something we want to avoid in our practice, having the head forward. And then people will correct it by lifting their chin up. But feel with your hands back there, that doesn't lengthen and create space in the vertebrae, that kind of just crunches them together. So instead, it's this reverse of the chin. Take your hand like an L onto your chin and then push your head back. And feel the difference in the neck. We're going to do some back bends, and when we do back bends, the head will do weird things. So it's that same idea, and we'll talk about it again. Okay, bring the soles of your feet together. Rock side to side, and then glutes. And then place the left hand on the floor. Practicing good hands mechanics, nice spread fingers, finger pads, knuckle ridges, pushing into the floor, push down away from the floor so you can feel that push out of your shoulder. Shoulder draws up to the ear, and then push down and away with the shoulder. Keep that, and then let's sweep the arm forward alongside the head. That's a little bit easier of a motion than this. That can catch some of the muscles of the rotator cuff. So like slicing up over your ear. Right arm pulls back, right shoulder pulls back as the left hand pushes down. Sometimes I'll take my hand behind my head to push the head back, bring that little chin in action. And then we'll reverse the way out. So the hand comes around, right hand plants, look at the hand, push down into the hand. Let the shoulder stop pushing, and then push. Sweep the left arm up over the ear as you rotate the sternum up to the sky. Notice if the left index finger lifts up away from the floor. Try to keep that rooting down. Maybe hand comes behind your head. That's always an option. And then again, left hand. And then right hand. Left hand. Now we're gonna rotate more onto the left knee, so left shin's on the floor. You can plant the sole of the right foot on the floor and then lift up the hips. Keep pushing actively down into the floor with the left hand. And then lower the bum and come back. Right hand plants, right knee plants, left sole of the foot plants, sweep up. Strong hand. I like to make sure my hand's never directly below my shoulder or closer to my body. It's always further away so the weight isn't as intense on the wrist crease. And then lower down. One more time, left hand. This time, pull your right knee up towards your right armpit. And then plant the right foot back on the floor. Knee bent, hand comes behind the head. Draw the back of the neck back as you pull the throat in. And then come on. Reset up. Right hand comes to the floor, lift up. Squeeze the left knee up. And then plant the foot. And then come, sit back down. Come up over your legs. We're gonna come into table posture. Core engaged. Inhale, open up the spine. Lift your chin up towards the sky. Do a little underbite. That's the one thing I like about chin up is you can stretch these neck muscles. But now bring the head back to neutral. Push the back of your head towards your butt. Chin stays in. Then push your hands down and forward. Round your spine. With your spine rounded, shift your butt back towards your heels a little bit, and then shift your chest forward. So in this round, moving forward and back, stretch, changing where the sensation of the stretch is happening. And then come back towards neutral. Pull the right knee in towards your right elbow. Drop the right knee down towards your wrist, and then pull it back up. Drop it down, pull it back up. Drop it down, pull it back up. And now take your right foot and hook it in front of the left knee. Push your right toenails down into the floor. And then in this figure 4 posture, open up. Cow posture. And push it around. A few more on your breath. Okay, come to neutral. Depending on where you are on the mat, pull your knee forward or walk your leg back. We're gonna come to an upright pigeon. So lots of space under the hips, legs pulling together. So this is more of a standing pose. You could have your blocks here like little extended arms. Squeeze the legs in or take your hands to your hips. Squeeze your core. Bring your hands to the floor. Bend your left knee back to the left, and then sit down so we're in this 90-90 sit. Lift your left foot up off of the floor, push down into the knee, little internal rotation, and then lift the knee up. Slowly bring the leg all the way around. Lean back. And then lean forward. This is an interesting transition. Okay, this is where we might have to let go of some of our expectations. We're gonna step from here towards like a goddess / malasana. You're gonna come up on the knee, or however you wanna get there, and then step the back foot in. Nice. Kind of low, and then lift your heels up, and then do little heel taps. This is where I really feel my ankle. This could be a nice place for a block too. And then fingers down, we're gonna rotate the head of the femur bones in the socket. So come up onto the ball of the left foot. Turn the left knee into the midline and tap the left knee towards the floor. It might not make it all the way. And then bring it back. I'm trying to keep this rotation in the hip. Hip rotates, which will pivot the knee in as you pivot on the ball of the foot. Good. Nice, one more time. Boom. Boom. Awesome, and then let's step our feet back towards table. Nice, second side, core strong. Pull the left knee up towards the elbow or up towards the armpit. With control, slide the knee almost all the way to the floor and then pull it back up. Almost all the way down and then up. It's like a little elevator, down and up. And then cross the left ankle in front of the right knee. And then do some cat-cows with the spine. Low belly pulls in, especially as you do that back bend, broadening the sit bones. Come back towards neutral, move into your upright pigeon. Shin probably comes forward. Toenails push into the floor, especially big toe. Squeeze legs together or use blocks. Come on up. Even if you use blocks. So squeeze in and out. Lift the sternum. Drop the shoulders. When you're feel the throat pull back, connecting into your back body strength. And then hinge forward, fingertips find the floor. Foot pulls in, sit on back. 90-90 in the legs. Figure out how to root down through your butt so that the spine can be tall. Push into the left knee. Lift the foot. Maybe this is the right knee. I've lost count. What is this knee? The right knee. Right pinky edge of the foot lifts. Ooh. Now lift the knee. Rotate around. Awesome. What's gonna do here? Okay, rock back and forward. This, my left knee is weirder here, so this one's a weirder up for me. Shift forward. Come up into your little squat. Knees angling in the direction of the toes. Root down through the heels. Lift one heel. Lower it. Other. Really nice. Find your way back onto your bum. Bend the left knee. Hold your right foot and stretch the right foot up to the sky. Maybe you're holding the leg. So you're holding the leg, try to use your hands to pull the spine long. And then left hand comes to the floor. Weight comes to the left hip, open your right leg out to the right. And then bring it back towards center, switch your hands. Right hand can come on the floor behind you as you twist to the right or stretch towards the wall behind you. Come back through center. Bend your right knee, sole of the right foot in front of the left foot. Turn to the left and plant your hands. Push down into the left hand, down into the left shin, another side plank. This one we're going to turn into a full wild thing. So push into your right foot and your left hand. See if you can pull your left knee up towards your chest. And then kick your left foot out to the inside of your right foot, pinky edge of the foot on the floor. This is when you might wish you're not wearing socks like me. Push into both of your feet, wild thing. From here, we're going to turn towards the floor, plant the hands, and come into downward facing dog. From this down dog, we're going to get back to that wild thing.
So pulling the right foot up, pivot onto the outside edge of the left foot, and then plant the right foot behind the left knee. Pivot yourself back to down dog. And then lift the right foot, pivot on the left foot, wild thing. Yes. From here, we're gonna sit our butt on the floor and we're gonna stretch our right hand towards our toes. Sit, sitting down, we did it. Switch the legs. Right knee bends, left foot comes forward. Well, if you have socks on.
Wait, which way?
So right knee bend, left foot forward. Turn to the right. Plant the right foot on the floor. I was right. Oh, but I forgot this first. Hold the left foot. Lift up the left leg. Not a stiff left ankle, maybe range of motion it. And then right hand plants, open the left leg up to the side. I let my right hip lift up away from the floor here, and then come back through center. Bring the leg through the midline, switch your hands. Right hand comes behind the back. Twist to the right, the left. Baby hand lifts. Come back through center. Plant the left foot on the floor. Turn to the right, plant the right hand behind the back. Push into the right hand, the knee and the foot, wild thing, modified wild thing. Take the top hand to your hip to make it a little less confusing. I like to look at the floor or my right thumb. Push into the left foot, right hand, pull the right knee into your belly. So strong. And then kick the foot to the inside of the left foot on the pinky edge. And then you can slide the left foot up more and be on the ball of the foot. And then from here, we're gonna pivot to downward facing dog. And then we're gonna practice that transition again. Pivoting, lifting the left foot, pivot on the ball of the right foot, so you're on the pinky edge of the right foot, and then the left foot comes behind the right knee. One more time. Down dog. Lift the left foot, pivot, wild thing. Sit your booty down. And we've made it. Okay. This is some prep work leading into our sequence. Cool. Let's come down onto our belly. Strong legs. Push the feet into the floor. And then inhale. Lift back. No hands at first. Open your arms up like a cactus. Pull the shoulder blades back. The elbows back. Hands back. And pull the throat in. And then funky pigeon or cobra, fingertips on the floor, thumbs face in. Lift up a little bit more. Squeeze the back body. Pull the chin back. And now lower down. Really nice crocodile. Resting on your hands. Turn the cheek onto a cheek. Really nice. Come up to table. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Biking out the legs if that feels good, or taking any other little movements here. Or choosing to hold still. We're going to inhale our right leg up to the sky. On the ball of the left foot, pivot the left foot, heel to the left. So you're on the pinky toe side. No other direction. Yeah. Bend your right knee and pull your right knee up towards your armpit. There you go. And then big step forward, pivot back on the left foot. Right foot comes into a lunge prep. Stretch your arms forward. Use the glutes. Come on up. Push the right foot down and away, straighten the right leg. And then bend the right knee over the ankle. Down and away, straighten the leg. Bend the knee. Down and away, straighten the leg. Sometimes I like to take a little bit wider stance for more balance as we move towards Parsvottanasana. Fold halfway. Pelvis untucks, belly pulls in, stretch the arms forward. Push into the legs, come back up. Bend your back knee. Straighten the back knee, bend the back knee. Straighten, bend. Stay here or lean back, core strong. And then push yourself off of the back foot, plant your hands, downward facing dog. Good news, my dishwasher has completed its cycle. Push into your right foot, left leg lifts up. On the ball of the right foot, the right heel is going to pivot towards the right, coming to the pinky toe side of the foot, and you can even still push down through the ball of the foot, the whole foot. Pull the left knee up towards the chest. And then pivot back on the foot, step the left foot forward, high runner's lunge. Push down into the feet, feel the lift in your core, stretch your arms forward, and then, oh, that's a doozy. Push the foot down and away, straighten the leg, and then bend the knee over the ankle. Straighten, bend. Straighten. Maybe widen your stance. I'm already pretty wide. Hinge halfway. How can you push into your legs to feel more stable? And then come back up. But front leg stays straight, back knee bends. Ankle mobility, straighten. Bend. Straighten. Bend. Core in, lean back. And then pull yourself up. Plant your fingertips, step forward, Uttanasana. Standing forward fold. Feel a little bend in your knees. Belly comes towards the thighs. Slide your hands up to your thighs, press yourself forward. Ardha Uttanasana, long spine, draw the shoulders back, keep the core strong. And then hands come to the hips. Come all the way up to standing. Awesome. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. This is going to be our standing sequence. We're going to move through it 2 times. Now we're going to start by standing on the right foot. Pull the left knee up towards the chest. Maybe let's start by range of motioning that left leg. And then do the other leg, stand on the left foot. Lift the right leg. Range of motion. Right foot down, left leg lifts. Bend through the right leg, bring the left toes to the outside of the right foot, bending the knees. Maybe the left foot lifts, squeezing into the ankle. Maybe the toes wrap. Open the arms, left arm comes underneath the right, eagle arms. Find a drishti, a spot that you're gonna look at to help you stay balanced. From here, we're gonna come into a bent leg warrior 3. Left knee lifts and shoots back. Left foot finds the floor, stretch the arms up, lunge.
Pivot both of the feet to the left. And then pivot again to the left. Maybe re-widen the legs. We're in that Parsvottanasana position. Hinge halfway. Bring your hands to the floor. Onto the ball of the right foot. And then sweep the left foot back, three-legged downward facing dog. Come onto the ball of the right foot, shift the heel towards the right. Left knee bends. You can stay here or bring the left foot down behind you, wild thing. Practice that strong right hand as you push into the floor. Now draw the left knee up towards the armpit, squeeze, plant the hands, plank pose, left knee pulling into the chest. Take the left knee up towards the armpit, right knee could be on the floor as a modification. Elevator, knee slides down and up. I just invented the term elevator. Down and up, down and up. Right foot widens, no, left foot widens to the right. Pigeon pose. Nice. Left knee pigeon. You could squeeze this and be upright, or you can hinge forward. Right. If you're down, come on up, sit over onto the left butt, bend your right knee. We're at 90-90, facing the right side of the mat. Lift the right foot up, internal rotation, squeeze, and then lift the knee, bring the foot around. Awesome. Maybe widen that left knee, maybe a little rock. So we're facing the back of our yoga mat here. Maybe a little rock forward and back as we get ready to step into that squat posture. Squat. You can stay with a little bit more lifted with your butt in line or higher than your knees, or you can lift your heels and come a little bit lower. From here, we're going to transition our knees forward towards the floor. So we're kneeling. I'm going to fold over my mat twice so I have some cushion for my knees. Draw the belly into the spine and lean a little bit back and then come forward. Core strong, lean back, hello quads, come forward. Keep the core strong, take your left hand behind your back. My fingertips are facing down towards the left knee. Stretch your right arm forward. The right hand's gonna sweep towards the left and then stretch towards the back of the room, belly in. And then take the hand back to the left and then forward. Switch the hand, left hand behind the back, hand helps pull the pelvis under. Stretch the left hand forward, left hand stretches towards the right and then overhead towards the back of the room, and then take it back to the right and forward. One more time each side. Left hand to the butt, right hand forward, sweep around, and then come back. Sweep around. This one I want to call cowgirl. Woo! Woo! Okay, now both hands behind the back. Pull the pelvis under, pubic bone pulls up to the face, squeeze the glutes, pull the belly button in, push down through the knees, get tall, try to lift the heart up. This is a pose where people will feel it in the low back, so you want to avoid that. This is draw the chin towards the chest as the head comes back. Pull yourself back up. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Come back into that squat posture. Flip your mat over.
Hands on the floor. Step the left leg back. Bring the left knee down to the floor. We're gonna pivot the left foot towards the right, and we're gonna come up into our modified warrior two posture. Step the right foot a little bit more forward, squeeze the legs together, and then some pulses into the right knee. If you can angle your right knee, squeeze your glute, and angle the right knee a little bit towards your pinky toes, gain a little bit extra adductor stretch here. I should have warned you, this practice, we're gonna spin all around. All around. From here, we're gonna come back into our modified wild thing pose. So the left hand's gonna find the floor. Wild thing. Pull the right knee up towards the armpit. And then we're gonna stretch the right leg out. Try to circle the right leg towards the left knee. Forward, forward. And we're gonna bring it all the way around into cow face. Left leg's gonna pull all the way around. Right leg will be on top, left leg will be on the bottom. Make sure that you have heels on either side of you. Opposite heel on either side of you. And then sit up nice and tall. Pull the belly in away from the thighs, ribs in away from the knees. Maybe even lean back slightly. With the core engaged, open up your arms like a cactus. Draw the shoulders back in together. And I want you to get your scapulas to move over your rib cage. So we're gonna twist as far as we can to the right. And then twist as far as we can to the left. Try to keep the nose in line with the sternum as you rotate. Little side, to side, to side, to side, to side. Okay, and now we're gonna twist to the left. We're gonna plant our hands and we're gonna lift our legs and keep spinning all the way to the left until we come into our wide leg forward fold. Yes. Here's our little rest pose. You can stay here. Maybe you sway your butt over to the right. Then you sway your butt over to the left. You can always hold the pose still. I've just gotten more into moving. Pivot the heels in, maybe widen the feet depending on where you are. Pivot the heels in, take your hands up to your knees, goddess posture. Lift the chest, with your right arm straight, left elbow will bend as you drop your right shoulder towards the middle. And then come back up. Right elbow will bend, left arm stays straight, left shoulder drops to the middle. Come back up. Push into the ball of the right foot, lift your right heel. Right heel comes down. Lift the left heel. Left heel comes down, lift the right. Lift the left. Maybe lift both. Heels down. Straighten the legs. Pivot back to the front of the yoga mat. And step forward. That's the rounds. Okay, maybe shake it out again. Standing on the left foot, right leg floats up. Right leg crosses over the left leg, eagle pose. Right arm crosses under the left arm. Still eagle pose. Maybe pulling the knees a little bit to the right, turning the chest a little bit to the right. And then release the arms, lift the right knee. Bend in warrior three. Step back into a lunge. Here comes our first revolution. Straighten the left leg, pivot both of your feet to the right, and then pivot them again to the right. Widen your stance if you're on a tightrope. Both legs strong and straight, rotating at the pelvis, coming halfway forward. Parsvottanasana. Prep. And then hands come all the way down to the floor. Maybe step the left foot back a little bit. We're headed towards three-legged downward facing dog. Slide the right leg up and back. Strong hands, especially in the left hand. Pivot the left foot to the left. And then maybe right foot comes behind the left as you lift the hips. Yes, nice. Wild thing. And then from here, we're moving into plank. Coming back towards plank, pull the right knee into your belly. Maybe left knee lowers for modified plank posture. Elevator, right knee towards the tricep. Slide down, slide up, slide down, slide up, slide down, slide up. Pigeon posture. Noticing, do you have expectations of yourself that you're using as a whip to beat yourself up? Try not to do that. I always want to be able to do all of the things, not just in my practice, but in life. Just kill it on all levels. I rarely meet my expectations and I'm depressed. Okay, making your way to the right cheek, bending the left knee, sit up nice and tall. Lift up the left pinky edge of the foot, squeeze the left outer hip, and lift up the left knee. Take the leg around, stirring the cauldron of the femur bone in the hip socket. Left foot comes onto the floor, maybe prepare yourself to come up. So I like to widen my right knee, and I like to rock a little bit forward and back. You can do this with no hands, or you can plant your hands, or you can come into this next pose, however makes most sense for your body. Shift the leg forward, squat. Shift around a little bit in your squat, that's upright, or come down towards a Malasana squat. And then from here, we're going to bring both of our knees down to the floor, kneeling. If you like that cushion, double over your mat. Preparing for our camel. You can do a little lean back to help activate the core. And then options, you can keep your hands on your butt just like we did before. You could take a hand back to your block on the side of your foot, or you can take a hand to your foot. But if you get pain in your back, don't do it. I'm going to, because I really like this. And if you reach for your foot and it's hard to reach, I like to tuck the toes because it lifts the heel a little bit. Belly in, hips forward, stretch my left hand's on my heel or left hand behind the back, right arm forward. Stretch the right arm to the left, and back. Maybe take the right arm over to like a T on the side, and then back over your head towards the left, and then come back up. And then right hand finds your heel or your low back. Left arm reaches towards the right, core is engaged. Left arm reaches to the left, and then back to the right. Yeehaw. One more time. Right arm. Left arm. And then just a normal camel, so hands behind the back. This is often, I'll just do a nice, simple upright camel. It barely looks like I'm back bending, but it feels like a lot of work. So maybe stay there, we're good. Your hands are on the heels. I like to push my hips forward and feel like I'm trying to throw myself back upright, but my hands are attached to my feet so I don't move. And then come back
Up. Really nice. Lower your butt down. Let's do table. Lift up your feet. I like mine still on cushions for this. Move both of your feet to the right, and then move both of your feet to the left. A little dog tail. Belly in. And then unfold your mat. Shoot your right foot back. Left foot comes to the floor. Right knee comes to the floor. We're coming into modified warrior two. We're captain warrior pose. We're half goddess. Lots of names for this. Right foot pivots towards the left. So the shin is parallel to the back of the mat. And then with the legs squeezing together, widening the left knee to the left, bend into the knee. A lot of people are really tight up here in the upper inner right groin, where we're flossing right here. Sorry, left groin. Getting my sides messed up. Just a normal floss here. And then push into your foot, so you're a little bit more back. Right hand plants on the floor. Wild thing. Squeeze the left knee up towards the armpit. Then straighten the leg, point your left foot towards the right, and then keep it going as the foot, I use my hand, pulls to the outside of the right leg, right foot widens to the left, sit back, cow face posture. The psoas here will pull the ribs forward. We'll try to anchor the rib cage back and push the inner thighs down to the floor. And then our rotations, open up your arms like a cactus and twist side to side. Scapulas like to get glued onto the rib cage like they're one and the same, but they're not. Scapula should be able to move over the rib cage. When I do massages on people, I always try to get my hand underneath their scapula. But on some people, it's really hard. Okay, we're going to be pivoting to the right in the direction of the left foot. We're going to pivot all the way into our wide leg forward fold. Pivot the heels in, hands come up to your knees, goddess. Left elbow bends, right shoulder dips down. Come back up, belly engaged, right elbow bends, left shoulder dips down. Pushing the knee out towards the left, getting that inner thigh again. Come back up, right heel lifts, right heel lowers, right heel lifts, right heel lowers, right heel lifts, right heel lowers, left heel lifts. Left heel lowers and lifts, left heel and lowers, and left heel lifts and lowers, both heels, and lower, both heels, and lower, both heels, and lower. Straighten your legs, pivot to the front of your yoga mat. Step forward. Do a little happy dance. That was round one. We're gonna do one more. But now you know what it is, so that'll be even better. Stand on the right foot, eagle pose. Left arm under right. Body will pull to the right, so trying to counter twist a little to the left. Lift the left knee up, bent leg warrior three. Step the foot back, lunge. Stay here or cactus the arms, little bonus turbo dog, straighten the back leg, pivot all the way to the left. Keep pivoting to the left. Feet are on two different tracks. Hinge halfway forward, stretch your arms away from your pelvis, pull your pelvis away from your arms. Plant your hands. Push into your hands and your right foot, lift your left leg, three-legged downward facing dog. Bend the left knee, open the hip. Maybe you stay here, or send your right heel to the right foot comes to the floor. Lift the left knee up towards the armpit, maybe straighten the leg, and then knee bends, pulls to the chest, plank. Right knee could drop for modified plank posture. This time, try to pull the left knee towards the right elbow. Elevator, elevator, whew, elevator. And then to the left elbow, elevator. And then pigeon. So I have a block. Sometimes I'll put a block underneath my chest here. Bend your right knee. Squeeze your right heel into your butt. Little hamstring activation. And then pivot your right foot towards the left as you come onto your left glute. Bring yourself up if you're still down. 90-90. Lift the right foot. Lift the knee. Sweep it around. Hold the leg straight in it. Ankle rotation. Widen the left knee a little bit. Plant the right foot. Step up to your malasana or squat. Do a little hip shifts. If you're in malasana, I like to take my knees to the floor and up. Knees to the floor, up. Okay. Let's come to look forward for a moment. Okay. We're gonna sit on our butt. Hands are gonna be on the floor. This is gonna be similar to the camel flow, but different. Same, but different, as they say. So I'm gonna pivot and I'm gonna put my left hand on the floor behind me, facing to the left. Then I'm gonna imagine that I have this string on my belly button that I'm gonna pull up. You can stay here, or you can do that arm action when you stretch the right arm to the left, and then back, and then to the left, and then find that string again, and then butt comes down. Right hand behind the back, belly button string, lift the butt. I often do this on the balls of my feet. Stay here, or stretch the arm towards the back of the room. And then bring it around, lift the butt, and then lower it down. One more time. Lift the butt. Lower it down. And lift the butt. Lower down. Or you can bring your left hand down, fingers face towards the foot, flip the right hand, fingers flip towards the foot. You don't need to do this. And then you reflip the hand and lower down.
Yes. I said I was so close, and then I looked at it like a foot.
Okay.
Closest I've ever been, so.
You should try. From here, we're gonna shift forward and step our left foot back. Pivot to the back of the nuts. Okay, left knee's gonna lower down, modified warrior 2, left foot spins in. Step the right foot a little bit further away this time, legs squeeze together, right knee guides towards the pinky toe, bend and straighten the leg. When the leg is bent, take the right hand inside of the right foot, give the knee a little elbow, left arm stretches up over the ear. Push into the right foot, come all the way up,
Left hand plants on the floor, modified wild thing. Pull the right knee up towards the armpit. Maybe straighten the leg, ooh, quad. Bring the right foot forward in line with the left knee, and then somehow make your knees cross, right knee on top of left, feet wide. Ribs pull in, inner thighs root down, shoulders drop, roof of the mouth over the tailbone-ish, the pelvic floor. Bring your right hand to the floor, walk it away from you. Left hand sweeps over to here. Maybe the right elbow bends and reaches towards the floor. And some bending of the elbow. Left hip anchors down. And then bounce off of that right hand. Left hand finds the floor, walk it away. Right arm cuts up over the ear. Maybe bend into the elbow. And then come back up. And we're going to our wide leg forward fold, and we're pivoting to the left to get there. Lifting up the knees, pivot, pivot, pivot. Wide leg forward fold. You can stay here or option and place your hands behind your back. Strong legs from your hips. Push your feet into the floor. And then release the hands, heels pivot in, hands come to the knees. Lift the chest, goddess. Arms stretch up this time, or you can keep them on the knees. Right heel lifts and lowers. We're gonna do it 3 times on each side. And then left heel, that left calf. Struggle so much. And then both. And then maybe hold it. And then come on up. Pivot forward and step. You did it. On the left foot. Eagle pose. Left arm under, no, right arm under left. Can you push into the toe pads and the ball of the foot and the heel? Release the arms. Front leg warrior 3. Lunge. Stay here or an optional turbo dog. Practicing the arms, knee almost taps. Come back up. Pivot to the right. Pivot to the right. Maybe widen your feet. Left foot faces forward. Hinge at the hips halfway. Think of like taffy. Pelvis pulls back. Hands reach forward. Core strong. Stretching the muscles that connect the rib cage to the pelvis. Hands find the floor. 3-legged downward facing dog. Bend the right knee. Open the hip. Left heel pivots to the floor. Right foot finds the floor. Wild thing. Come back through center plank. Right knee pulls into the chest. Knee crosses the body. 3 elevators. And then 1 elevator up the right. And then pigeon. To stay out of the mind, can you ground into your sensations? Feel the breath. Feel the parts of your body that are getting a stretch. Feel the heat on the body. And Sage wakes up at night really scared, and I've been trying to have him look around and find some things he sees and I feel things in his body that stop his mind from thinking there's monsters in his room.
Left hammy curl, squeeze the left heel into the butt. Then left heel pivots to the right. Come on up if you are done. Left foot lifts, left knee lifts, bring her around. Hold the left foot, extend the leg, ankle rotation. Some good stuff. Okay, we're stepping up to our squat or malasana. Left foot grounds. Oh, step forward. And then come to sit on your butt. Here's our little Urdhva Dhanurasana cow grip. It's a hard one. I didn't do it like that. Right hand behind your back. Find your belly button, lift up, balls of the feet. Maybe right hand, left hand stretches. And then hand up, butt goes straight down. Switch your hands. Find the belly button, lift up. Lower down. And again, lift up. Squeeze them glutes. Lower down. Next one, squeeze them glutes. Lower down. This time, hold on to the shins as you lower down onto your back. Little bonus bridge. You could push into your feet and lift your heels. You could throw a block under there if you're done really killing yourself, or plant your hands by your ears, fingertips facing back towards the shoulders. Lift your butt, push up, maybe stopping on the top of your head to reset your shoulders. You can hook onto the balls of the feet if you'd like. Think about squeezing the shoulders towards the butt behind you as you push your heart forward. And then walk your feet away from you, lower down. Hold on to your knees, rock and roll. And then step your right foot back, lunge. Right knee comes to the floor, foot pivots in, modify warrior two. Left foot comes forward, bending into the left knee. Left hand comes to the inside of the foot, sweep the arm up and over. Push into your foot and hand, right hand grounds. Lift the left knee, maybe straighten it, squeeze the quad, point your left toes towards the right, and then sweep it all the way around calf face. Awesome. Left fingertips on the floor. Walk away, sweep the arm up, maybe elbow bends. Feeling that side body stretch from your right hip, and then push yourself up. Right fingers walk away, left arm cuts over the ear, elbow bends. Come back up. Pivot to the right, wide leg forward fold. I might call this class up, down, and all around. Okay, goddess pose. Both arms up, both heels up, pose. You can sit your butt a little bit lower. Okay, come up, lower the heels, step forward, give yourself a pat on the back, find your foam roller. Sit your butt on the foam roller. Well, did you bring one? No. Move the foam roller up towards your ilium, your hip crease, bony hips, the top, pull your spine, and then down towards the sitting bones. And then come up, pivot both of your knees to the right, up and down. When we push into the hands, one of the big muscles we use is our serratus anterior, these finger-like muscles that are on the rib cage underneath the armpit. That's where we're gonna head next. Both knees to the left. Woo. Really nice. And then we're gonna come to lay down on our right side on the foam roller. This takes some trial and error to figure out how far away the leg should be. My right knee is bent, my left foot's on the floor. It's kind of however works for you. Lift up your butt and slide your body forward and back. Bringing the foam roller up the armpit and then down towards the ribs, the low ribs. Up and down. I like to whistle when it gets intense. Try to turn the thumb up to the ceiling so you get that outer edge of the arm where a teres major and minor are. Oh, nice. And then find a place that feels really sensitive in there and just lay down. Your head drop to the side. And then once you find this like line that you're laying on, we're gonna roll our chest forward towards our chest and then roll ourselves back towards the scapula. I'm just having my head like resting on my right shoulder as you go forward and back. Now, if that spot becomes less interesting, you could move your body so you're on a different line. This is incredibly interesting, so I'm just gonna stay here. Maybe just move down. I can feel when I'm on the serratus, and then when I get off of it, it's like clunk, clunk. Awesome. Then we're gonna spin around on our foam roller. And we're gonna roll forward and back on the left side. This is being our serratus and our lats. Rotator cuff. Can you feel what side is tighter for you? Find a place to stay. Lean your body into, thumb up to the ceiling, and then roll forward and back. Hands could come behind your head to support it. Feels like that might help. And then roll onto your back, hands come behind your head, butt lifts, roll forward and back, massaging out the lower traps and the rhomboids, pushing and pulling with your heels to create the movement. And then rolling yourself down away from the foam roller so that your head rests on the foam roller like a pillow. I like to lift my ponytail up above the foam roller. Knees can bend and knock together or widen soles of the feet together or extend. And then chin tucks a little bit, push the back of your head into the foam roller. Do little yes nods. And then do no rotations. Rotating the head from side to side, really pushing the back of the head into the floor. Feeling the shoulders as they passively fall down your back. My hands are wide and my palms are up. Take your head all the way over to the right and then do some yes nods. And then head over to the left. Yes nods. Remove your foam roller. Come to lay down on the back, pull your right knee in towards your chest. Put your right foot on top of your left foot. This is a staggered leg twist. Lift, push into the left foot, lift your butt a little bit and take it a little bit to the right. And then left hand on the right knee, pull both legs across your body, coming into the twist. Nose faces the sky, stretch your right arm wide and away from you. Maybe think about pulling the back of the ribs down, that shoulder down, or just twist and think of nothing. Come back to center. Switch sides, right foot down. Bring your butt back through midline, pull the left knee into your chest. Left foot comes onto the right thigh. Push into your right foot, lift the butt and shift it to the left, right hand to left knee. Pull the legs across the body. Maybe then you could experiment with having the left arm straight like a T or bent like a cactus. See if you prefer one to the other. Come back through center. Readjust your bum. Pull both of your knees into your belly or reach up through your feet for happy baby. And then open your legs for Shavasana, star face. Wide legs, wide arms. Maybe sighing out your mouth, releasing expectations, and instead feeling gratitude for the effort you put forth in your practice and however it was, knowing it was exactly how it was meant to be today. I'm going to read this quote to you from Adele Palavala. Probably said that really wrong. From her book, Fire of Love. True yoga is not about the shape of your body, but the shape of your life. Yoga is not to be performed, it is to be lived. Yoga does not care about what you have been, it cares about the person you are becoming. Yoga is designed for a vast and profound purpose. And for it to be truly called yoga, its essence must be embodied. When I translate, yoga is a practice that connects me to myself. So whether I'm taking care of my kids or picking up dog poo or running errands or doing a handstand, am I becoming an enemy to myself or am I becoming more of a friend? If you have more time, you could just pause the recording here and get up whenever you feel complete, or begin to wiggle toes and fingers. And make your way up to a seated posture. And draw your hands up to your heart. Thank yourself for your practice. Thanks for allowing me to guide you today. Namaste.